Hey, oh wow, this can't be true. Everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Tia, and this week is the beginning of the month. So, of course, right now I'm actually doing my budget and preparing everything. And I do a combination of an Excel sheet, or in this case, a number sheet, because I just got my new computer and I can't open up my Excel sheet. Or I can open it up, I can't save it. So, I think I'm transitioning to this Apple numbers thing. And then also I use my phone and then just my computer. So I'm going through scheduling payments and then like scheduling transfers and savings and everything. And I just wanted to come on, not show you guys numbers or anything, but just talk about like the intentionality and being deliberate when it comes to your budget. So for one, I will say that my budget is like quite boring now. And I say it's boring in the sense of, for the most part, our expenses do not change month to month. We still have like savings. If anything, that's what changes savings, like what goes to which accounts as far as saving goes and like what's getting invested. But once I go through and like I identify all those numbers and everything, I have to schedule those transfers. Now, back in the day when we were like really tight on our budget and we were really focused on like down payment on our house and closing costs and like paying off debt and everything, it was deliberate. Like I did automatic, like I didn't have to think about it. It was going to happen. I will tell you, over the years, it has gotten not harder to do. Like, well, no, nothing's on automatic right now. Like our mortgage payment's not set up on automatic payment. My rent's not on automatic payment. Like nothing's on automatic unless it's those things like those recurring fees such as like Netflix and everything. Those are automatic. But when it comes to saving and everything, I think we probably should go back to like the automatic setup or whatnot, because they could sit here and say, do I want to save 600 bucks or do I just want to leave it off to the side just in case, you know? So again, it's about being deliberate and being intentional or whatnot when it comes to it. So I think I left off on our Capital One 360. That's where I left off at. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule that. And this is going towards like our car fund or whatnot. We're saving up to buy a new car and we'd like to buy it outright. Even though I was just asking my husband, like, I wonder what interest rates are for like good credit right now. I haven't even been looking like auto vehicle interest rates. Like I've been looking at mortgage rates because that fascinates me at like how high they are. And we'll look at that. Let me tell you, I tell people this at work all the time. So I'm talking to you guys and I'm trying to do this like deposit for our Capital One 360. One thing I'm not is a multitasker. I'm not trying to multitask. I'm not trying to do more than one thing at a time, because then it's like I can do buckets where I focus on things at specific times or not. But if I'm trying to do A, B, C, and D at the same time, A and B might not get done or B and C won't get done. No, I'm not here for it. I'm not built for it. So I don't want to deposit a check. I want to transfer money in, I guess. Right. From my external account to my high yield saving account. I'm going to do it one time and I want to do it to get sent on. So I'll have it. Actually, I can do it at any time because it's transferred, so that's fine. We'll do that. Then I'll just leave a note so I know if I yield, spell yield wrong. And then I'm going to slide to confirm. And then I'm going to mark that as amber on my budget sheet so that I know it's pending. So all the transfers that I have scheduled coming up, or any payments that I have pending, are already marked as amber. And then once they clear the bank, I will turn them green because that means they already go. So we'll do that. Next, we're going to do Vanguard for our brokerage accounts. And the market's at all-time highs right now, and I need to, I'm looking for a drop before I buy some more. And I get it, dollar cost averaging, and it's not about time in the market, right? But I'm not going to buy or DCA at all-time highs. So there's a lot of things coming up, especially with elections. So we'll see. But again, sometimes it's just easier for me to use my app. I'm going to do a transact. And sometimes my Vanguard account doesn't show on my banks or like where I want to like put money or withdraw money from to fund it. So select funding source. Okay, so now it's showing it, right? And then accept. So that one's good to go. So Vanguard is also scheduled. And then probably, hopefully, sometime after elections or whatnot. We'll see. We'll see when I buy some more Vanguard mutual funds. So yeah, I wanted to come on and just talk about being intentional and deliberate when it comes to your budget. Because if it's automatic, then you won't miss it. If it's you already accounted for it, but it's gone serving its purpose, doing what it needs to do. And I would tell you again, like when we set everything automatically, we had already like accounted for it. We were very intentional on it and very focused. When we were good stewards, like it just worked out so much better. I mean, we were able to save and invest so much. And I mean, we're doing fine right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because it's not set up on automatic transfers like it was before, I have that little thing on my shoulder that's like, well, you could do this or you could do that, but I want to find this message I sent to my son. It was a message in church. So I need to go back to last Sunday because that's when it was sent. Did I say my son? I meant my husband. Picture of him popped up. But it was a good message. Of course, we text throughout the week, so this might not be easy to find. The miracle of multiple took place when they took what they had and placed it in his hands. You know, one, be good stewards of what you have. Two, trust and rely on the Lord. Let the Lord handle it for you. Like, he multiplies, he provides. His grace is sufficient. So that's how I see it or whatnot. And I know it's a mental thing and it's something that I think about and I work through, but it's just something to consider when going through doing your finances, like deliberate, intentional, focus. I told you guys I wanted to see what interest rates were. Squirrel, right? So let me just do, I could have typed this on my computer. 30 years. Or just do mortgage rates. Hey, oh wow, this can't be true. As of October 25th, 300K, 20% down, 30-year fixed, 7.31. I thought they were dropping. 15-year would be 6.2. And then a 10-year adjustable rate, which I don't recommend, would be 7.9. So yeah, interest rates are pretty high. That's not why I came on here, but it's just something to think about. So when you're budgeting, be intentional, be deliberate. My budget is very simple. When I tell you, it's literally like a notebook, but in an Excel sheet so that it's digital, so I can like email it across platforms as needed. But I literally like have a column for our pay, everything that's coming and what was left in our checking. And then I have a column for like our credit card balance, if there is a balance. And then all our outgoings as far as mortgage, rent, utilities, and like our subscription services. And then I have one that's like family specific for things like daycare, life insurance, extracurricular activities. And then I have another column just like, not miscellaneous, but it's like our groceries and gas and charging. And then like random things get thrown in there as needed. And then I am looking at it as I describe it to you. Our incoming minus our outgoing, and then any additional expenses. Like, how do I want to increase our savings, or do we want to put that money somewhere else, like towards the car fund or towards the mortgage or towards something or whatnot? And then we go from there. And yeah, that's how we do it. If you guys want to see it, like if you actually want to see my budget template or what I use, very elementary. Like, I'm not out here doing all these formulas on Excel. The most you're probably going to get out of me is equal sum, okay? But it's very elementary, very simple, very like basic. I am not out here trying to overcomplicate things. And then again, I use a combination of green, amber, red when it comes to what's been paid or what hasn't been paid, or if there's been a change. And honestly, I don't even use red. Big things like once they clear or come out, I just turn them green. And then if it's pending, like these transfers, they're amber. And once they're cleared, they're green. Keep it very simple, people. And I think that's one of the issues we have with budgeting is like people think it has to be complicated. I have to be good at math. I have to be a whiz when it comes to these formulas on the Excel sheet. Okay, that's nice. That's fine and dandy. Let me tell you who that's not. That's not me. And if it was that complicated, then I wouldn't do it. I've done it before like that. And like, I never stuck with it because it was too much. I don't want it to be complicated. Like when I literally say, I'm going to do our budget, I sit down and the biggest thing I'm doing is like adjusting utility costs, or like if there's a change in pay, which for the most part our pay does not change, or like, okay, well there's a balance because this hadn't posted to the credit card yet. Things like that. Like after budgeting now, we really got hard on budgeting in 2017 when we decided we were going to pay off our debt. So 7 years now, going on 8. It doesn't change much. It really doesn't. And this is a good position to be in. I realize and I acknowledge that like we are blessed, fortunate, and privileged to be in that situation. And I would tell you, if you are just starting your financial journey, or if you don't know where to start, give yourself grace and stick with it. It literally takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months to get your budget right and to like not understand what's coming in and what's going out, and to realize how much, and this is for us everyday people, us W-2 people, like this is for us, but to realize how much those little nuances like Uber Eats or Chipotle there or Dunkin' here or Scooters, how much that actually adds up overall. Because when we're going through and we're just swiping or spending, you may not realize it, but if you tally that stuff up over time, it makes a huge difference. And I'm not telling you to cut it out, but if you tally up and realize that you're spending $20 a week at Dunkin' or something, okay, add that to your line item so that money is accounted for. And then see where else you can cut out if you need to. Again, it's all about being deliberate and being intentional. So again, very blessed and very fortunate that my budget does not change that much month to month. Numbers fluctuate, but at the end of the day, my battery's going dead, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's about being deliberate. It's about being intentional, trusting the process, trusting in God. Like, just, if you're going to do it, then do it. And I think, honestly, like once we're back in one household, because we're doing like split ops with me being a geo bachelorette, because I'm wrapping up my military service. But I think like once we're back in one household, I will be a lot more comfortable with setting things up automatically or whatnot. So not an excuse, but that's just where my mind is like when it comes to that process. So for the most part, I'm not like, let's go, what is it? YOLO, let's go YOLO or whatnot with whatever we have left over at the end of the month. But the thought is there. The thought is there. But I just want to come on, let you guys to know to be deliberate, be intentional, give yourself grace, stick with it. It may start off hard, it may be frustrating, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you got this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see my budgeting template, and if you would like for me to make it shareable, please let me know. I have no issue whatsoever. And we'll talk on the next video. Bye.